First headlines. Psycho Mirabai Chanu claims gold in Singapore weightlifting international. And India recorded 11,499 new COVID-19 cases to 55 days in the last 24 hours. Hello and welcome to ELITETV. Watching the 12:30 p.m. English News Bulletin, I'm Sanatombi with the latest news and updates. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Weightlifter Psycho Mirabai Chanu on Friday competed at the Singapore Weightlifting International and claimed a gold in the 55 kg category. As a result, she has now sealed her place in the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. Mirabai Chanu was competing in the 55 kg class for the first time. She lifted a total of 191 kg, 86 kg and 105 kg as she quickly rose to the table summit. While the competition she received was minimal, the silver was claimed by Jessica Sewastenko of Australia, who lifted 167 kg, 77 kg and 90 kg, 24 kg laced in Chanu. As for the bronze, Ali Cassandra Inglebert of Malaysia bagged it with 165 kg. In connection with the IED explosion that injured the ITBP personnel at Wangu Tera and the subsequent discovery of another IED, teams of Kaching police had undertaken several efforts to detect the conspiracy and the culprits behind the crime. In the course of investigation, based on credible intelligence input, an operation was conducted by Commando Unit led by Sri Binoy Chongtham, Additional SP Operation Kaching, and Muhammad Abbas Khan, OC CDO Kaching, under the overall supervision of Sri Vats SP Kaching. The operation commenced at 3 hours in the morning in Wangu Nuratel area. During the operation, 5 persons were arrested. The accused persons were involved in the 3 IED explosions, namely the 20th February 2022 IED attack on ITBP personnel, the IED blast on 26 January 2022 at Kaching Kunau Lamkai near York Bridge, as well as 1 IED blast in Wangu Lamkai area in early hours of 26 January 2022. 2 of the accused who were involved in the attacks had gone to Moreh Tamu in the beginning of January and received one-day training in handling of IED from Pripak cadres. The accused were in touch with Pripak cadres from Myanmar and executed the explosions on the directives. The 5 arrested accused persons are Okram Manitomba alias Ango Maitai, 20 years, resident of Wangu Mamang Sabal Nuratel Laikai, Sorokhaibam Koroba Singh alias Nganba, 19 years, resident of Pangantabi Makhalaikai. Sorokhaibam Arvind Singh, 26 years, resident of Wangu Mamang Sabal, Tongam Singazit Maitai, 20 years, resident of Wangu Mamang Sabal, Irengbam Gitchandra, 53 years, resident of Wangu Mamang Sabal. Upon house search of the house of the accused, 3 detonators and 3 batteries for remote were recovered from the house. The accused persons revealed that there was a plan to plant another IED in March, but location was not disclosed to them. Health Director Razo said that every district has state-of-the-art PCR medical equipment, necessary manpower and adequate ambulance for the upcoming 12th General Assembly election in a press meet held at boardroom of Directorate of Health, Lamphel-Pot. With safety rules and regulations, the director further stated ICU rooms facilities are also made available. He mentioned that fear people have that COVID cases might increase in the state after election is right, and hence urge people to follow a proper SOP considering post-election phase.
COPD COPD hypertension level. Sumai to na comorbidity kan usa tuti wang diabetes level. Maximum di diabetes level. Diabetes si karinoida Pithida India is the capital city of diabetes health. Masna labor diabetes se point labor diabetes I am control of the toke safe toke hasna ye thoga mani proper treatment toke diabetes level amtong yenga hida koi thokon sar ga leyo masi yam phata blood pressure lerga su blood pressure si lei harga amtong sar ga chang bi dili bi sar ga marta check toke si mo mayam lei aduna koi da sibagi sang se henna gormo bi lei si sta ya koi henna heli hadsin ta ai che
Office of the Chief Electoral Officer Manipur has informed the state government of Manipur to take measures to seal inter-district, interstate and international borders to prevent infiltration of anti-social and disruptive elements for smooth conduct of elections as per standard operating procedure for the last 72 hours till counting issued by Election Commission of India. As a peaceful atmosphere is required to be maintained for smooth conduct of the ensuing 12th general election to the Manipur Legislative Assembly scheduled to be held on 28 February 2022, first phase, and 5th March 2022 for second phase, and counting on 10th of March 2022. Therefore, the Governor of Manipur is pleased to order that inter-district, interstate and international borders shall remain sealed from February 25, 2022 to 10th March 2022 by putting up checkpoints at strategic locations, checking up lorries, light vehicles and all other vehicles to prevent infiltration of anti-social and disruptive elements for smooth conduct of 12 assembly elections to the state. Polling officials and security personnel detailed for duty in 23 polling stations located at far-off places in 55 Tipaimuk and 57 Hanglave ACs were dispersed from Peace Ground yesterday. General Observer, District Election Officer Pawan Yadav and SP Turachandpur Sivanand survey oversaw the dispersal process. Officials for 117 polling stations in Tipaimuk, Tanlon, Hanglave and Singhatex will be dispersed today. At the same time, postal ballot facilitation center were also opened at a dispersal site wherein officials and staff on election duty cast their votes. The center will be open on all dispersal days from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Meanwhile, the district election officer has issued an order declaring all polling stations as no smoking and tobacco free zone by invoking court bar, that is Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act 2003. It also empowers the SPs of Turachandpur and Farjul to enforce the order and authorizes them to take necessary action against violators. In a press release by Office of the District Information Officer, Turachandpur. Time for a short commercial break. More news and updates will continue after the break.
Congress ki Pandam Naharol Singidamak, Sahi Kudingi, Anowa Tabak Lising Yankai, Pigani. Manipur Staff Selection Commission, Linkat Kani. Hang to Nalaiva Famsing, Niam Sum Namadi, Lautuk Lokoi Laitana, Mensin Gani. Tabak Pangdavanaha Singda, Sel Gimateng, Pigani. District Kudingi, Multi Sports Facility Center Amadi, Cultural Center Amamam Thamgani. Congress the vote BBU, Naharol the Tabak Pirasi. Congress the vote BBU, Laumi Singhu Yokalasi.
We are interested in protecting the future of the people of Manipur, and that is why we want to make Manipur self-sufficient in rice production. That is why we want to expand irrigation facilities so that farmers will be able to go 2 to 3 crops a year. We want to transform horticulture in Manipur. We want to empower the rice farmers of Manipur. We want to guarantee a minimum price to the farmers of this wonderful state.
Season Yai Lifestyle Private Limited की food supplement registered under the MCA Ministry of Corporate Affairs हाइरिबा मखल असिगी product मंगादगी कानबा फंगबिगनी मदुदी अहानबदा Perfect Plus urinary tract infection disease kayadagi ngakthokpa ngami control glucose levels in blood improve immunity, antioxidant, liver disease amadi liver sokhanbadagi ngakthoi, remove toxins, haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa lok laihau toina tawganbadasu fali. Anisubada perfect glow, uring amadi mahing fahanba, acne scar fahanba, mai nanthokhanba, skin nganthokhanba, kuchuk men thokhali mai khwihande. Ahumsubada perfect ionic mineral, diabetes, BP wangba, asthma, khwang naba, saru sonba, haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa, tumba yadaba, piles, arthritis, ising mari nungaitaba, anti-aging, khongya saba, punamak fahali. Mari subada perfect active brain na tumba yadaba fahali, kok ngawba, wakal pothahanba, tumba yadaba, memory booster, tension handhanba. Amusung mga subada perfect woman care na urinary tract infection, premenstrual syndrome, angang khawdanaba, thagi khongkap chang naidaba, fingaw ka hena chatpa, vaginal infection kayada fahanba ngami. Home delivery gi khudong sabasu phongbigani. Hena kupamarol gi dama khoi contact number 8413968314 da contact tobiu.
Welcome back. Now more news and updates. India recorded 11,499 new COVID-19 cases, 255 deaths in the last 24 hours, boosting the total death toll to 5,13,481, according to the data released by the Ministry of Health on Saturday. The active cases stand at 1,21,881. A decrease of 12,354 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 caseload in a span of 24 hours. The country also recorded 23,598 recoveries today, taking the total number of recoveries to 4,22,70,482. The national COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 98.52%. The daily positivity rate was recorded at 1.01%, while the weekly positivity rate was recorded at 1.36%, according to the ministry. Additionally, the cumulative doses administered in the country so far under the nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive has exceeded 177.17 crores. As many as 11,36,133 tests were conducted in the last 24 hours to detect the presence of the virus. A total of 5,13,481 deaths have been reported so far in the country. The Health Ministry stressed that more than 70% of the deaths occurred due to morbidities. Our figures are being reconciled with the Indian Council of Medical Research, the ministry said on its website, adding that state-wise distribution of the figures is subject to further verification and reconciliation. An Air India plane departed from the Mumbai airport on Saturday morning for Romanian capital Bucharest to evacuate Indians stranded in Ukraine due to the Russian military offensive. The flight AI-1943 took off from the Mumbai airport around 3:40 a.m. and is expected to land at the Bucharest airport around 10 a.m. Indian Standard Time, senior government officials said. Indian nationals who have reached the Ukraine-Romania border by road are being taken to Bucharest by Indian government officials so that they can be evacuated in the Air India flight, they noted. Air India said on Twitter on Friday night that it will be operating flights on B787 aircraft from Delhi and Mumbai to Bucharest and Budapest on Saturday as special government charter flights to fly back stranded Indian citizens. On Friday, the Indian embassy in Ukraine said it is working to establish evacuation routes from Romania and Hungary. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitevin or the phone number 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now the headlines once again. Saiko Mirabai Chanu cleans gold in Singapore Weightlifting International. And India recorded 11,499 new COVID-19 cases and 255 deaths in the last 24 hours. Well, that's all we have on this edition of ELITETV English News. Thanks for watching ELITETV and have a great time.